Feltis, it's our Thanksgiving show. So this year, we're going to ask you to turn off your cell phones, put away your tablets and your laptops, and welcome the family home for a cozy, comfortable, unplugged holiday. Now, as we all know, the Thanksgiving turkey steals the show every year, and this year is no exception. With his own version of a smoking turkey, it's Chef Randy Feltis.
Plug in everything. Just keep the smoker plugged in. That's a good point. There's some things we have to keep plugged in, but yeah, the Instagram and the Facebook, it kind of takes over our lives sometimes, and you don't get to spend time with the family.
No one can eat until we take a picture because I got to put it on Facebook.
Yes, that does happen a lot.
Don't touch it.
You can plug in for that because if you're going to do this turkey, you're going to want to take some pictures of it.
Okay, fine. Take pictures on the old-fashioned camera then, and then put it away, right?
And then you can take it on the Polaroid, and then you can take a picture of the Polaroid. That'd be really cool.
Okay, so of course we're making a turkey, but of course you're smoking the turkey, which it smells amazing. It's an incredible concept. Is it as difficult as it sounds?
It's way too
easy. Easy, right?
And I don't know what it's like at your family, but in my family, everyone has to take their turn.
Yeah.
And there's certain people in my family that aren't very good at cooking turkey.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
I'm definitely not one of them. But it comes up, and I think this is the pressure that everyone feels because the turkey's kind of intimidating.
Yes.
Especially if you're putting stuff inside the turkey.
It's a big bird.
Yeah, it's a big kind of crazy bird.
Yeah.
Where this way, all we're doing today is the breast. And because we're smoking it, we're going to set the smoker for 100 or for 225 degrees.
Okay.
It takes like 4 hours. As soon as the internal temperature gets to 160, it's done. But you never shock the bird. The bird's really comfortable. It's in a smoky environment. It's just like it's chilling out. It's feeling good in there. And then when it comes time to eat, it's ready to go. So you can actually do this like 6 hours ahead of time and let it sit for an extra 2 hours. Just turn the temperature down. And plus, you're getting away from the oven.
Yeah.
So your oven's full of stuffing, it's full of vegetables, it's full of potatoes. You get out of the oven, you get in here, there's less cleanup as well.
Oh, I like this idea.
It's going well
many
so far.
bonus points. You've got all the sides going on in the oven and this happening, and plus it's way less daunting if it's just a breast.
It's very
Is it
true.
okay? Are people going to feel like you cheated if you're just doing the breast?
You can do the leg too. Just ask your butcher to break it down for you. Take the bones out. But this way, it's actually a better cleanup. And then if you don't have the carcass, right, then you're kind of doing we're going to do a gravy as well without the carcass. But we're going to jam flavor in here. So you're probably wondering what I'm putting on top of here.
You're doing it with a lot of love.
It is. It's kind of like painting a picture.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of nice. This is a brown butter marinade.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of gets people going right there. So basically what it is, it's brown butter. So I just toasted the butter until the milk salt's toasted. Then I hit it with Worcestershire, hot sauce, garlic, shallots, rice or apple cider vinegar. Yeah. But what you get is almost like a butter sauce, barbecue sauce.
Got it.
And so when your turkey's hanging out in the smoker, you're just going to kind of give them a little brushing every 15, 20 minutes. The turkey's really lean. So you know what? Hit it with some butter.
Hit it with butter.
Hit it with some butter.
It's a lean bird, so you want to fatten it up.
There you go, right? Yeah, exactly, right? The butter's a flavor. So you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, if we don't have the carcass, how are we going to make a gravy?
Right.
Well, we're going to cheat.
Okay.
We're going to lie, cheat, and steal. Yeah, so we're going to start with a mirepoix in a big pan, a hot pan. Lots of oil or butter, depending on the fat you want to use. It's okay either way. Okay. And then what we're going to do is basically a little roux inside. So all this flour is going to get absorbed by the oil, and we're just going to cook that out. Now, it's really important to take this and cook it a little longer than usual and make it kind of go blonde. Okay. So you can go blonde, you can go a little darker, but that's where a lot of your flavor is going to be. The flour is going to kind of get nutty. Okay. And then what you're going to do, once that gets a little darker, is you're going to take some...
What is that, Grand Marnier?
Whiskey.
Oh.
I mean, it's the holiday season, right? It's holiday season. So we hit it with a little bit of that.
That's gonna be
So, you know, some people would use wine, but you hit it with some whiskey, you give it some jam, right?
Punch, right?
Exactly,
it's got more flavor
exactly.
To it.
A little bit of lemon zest. Whoa, that feels nice in the face, doesn't it? It's starting to get a little loose. It's like, whoa. Whoa. Feels like the holiday season already. So then a little bit of lemon, and then basically you're going to hit it with some stock, right? And this is turkey stock, but if you want to use chicken stock, no one's going to judge. Yep. And what will happen is that flour will eventually get a little bit thicker, and we're just going to hit it with a little bit of rosemary as well.
Man, that smells amazing, and it's not even cooked out yet. Like, that is good. And so that's going to be your nice, thick gravy.
It'll get a little thicker. It'll kind of do its thing, and if you have to add a little bit more stock, because there's nothing worse than running out of gravy, you can do that too.
Yeah, make a lot of it, would you?
Oh, we're going to get to that.
You know what? Sometimes skimp on the gravy.
Check this baby out.
Is that all gravy?
This is a gravy boat.
Oh.
I think it's not so much about the gravy. You're going to focus on the gravy, but I'd like people to focus on the gravy boat a little more.
No, I love that.
Nothing makes me more upset than when the gravy's being passed down to me and you can see it, and then your brother gets it and he's like, sorry. And then someone's got to get up, and they've got to get more gravy, right? Come on. It's like a larger bowl.
Heated the entire time.
You're getting the skin. It's got the little lid there. I mean, like, that. I went to a little thrift shop. That was $16. That's the best money you'll ever spend. So you're going to make a whiskey gravy. You're going to throw it into there. So
I got a question about the smoking process.
Yes.
So if you did the whole bird, you're sticking it in the oven, it's a whole day affair.
Yes.
How long does it take to smoke it?
Basically, the breast, we're talking 4 or 5 hours. You could do a whole turkey.
So it's still a chunk of time.
It's still a long time. But you could do a whole turkey, but you could do it for 8 to 12 hours. It's not going to get overcooked because it won't. You're going to set the timer for
slow and low.
Slow and low. So.
Oh.
See, and then you can see, look at this thing.
Wow.
You can see, like, it's got the meat jiggles,
it's
right?
Dripping
it's kind of like
goodness.
You hit it and moves around a little bit. It's just so relaxed. And all the juices stay inside because we didn't really get it up to temperature. We got it up to like 160 inside. So then what I'm gonna do is just like carve right down the middle and show you this.
So you do the temperature thing, like, so you know that it's done.
Put a thermometer in it.
The thermometer.
160.
The temperature thing. Oh, it's beautiful.
Now, carving at the table as well, it's just super easy because it's the breast. You kind of just go through it like this, right? I've kind of got one prepped here.
So nobody has to freak out over the carving. The carving to me seems like that's
and you
intense
can do the thighs as well if you want to get in there, but this will feed 6 to 8 people.
Yeah.
4 if they're, my family.
Yes.
And make sure you have a lot of gravy to kind of go with it. But look at this, and then you just put it on a platter with a little
guys,
Swiss
look
chard.
at this. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, I know.
It doesn't get any better than this.
It's a glorious day.
Guys, even if you can't stand your family, this is a good night.
Yeah, you got it.
Can you imagine everybody come around the turkey? We are going to get along tonight. Cityline.tv for that recipe is just a thing of beauty.